Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a very beepy room in Let's Play Knights of the Old Republic 2. Sorry for not uploading last week. I was really ill and I needed to get some of this recorded, and I'm still not feeling 100%. And as I'm not feeling 100%, this might not be a full hour and a half that I normally do. I might do a bit shorter. We will see how my voice holds up. Right. Immersion in Culto tanks can heal most wounds. If you have lost vitality points during explorations, return here to the medical bay and use the empty Culto tank behind you to heal your wounds. I will forget to do that, because I forgot to do that in the last one. Never impossible. Is there a fight around here? Can I remember? A computer. Right. Medical logs. 3 days ago, 2 days ago, 1 day ago. Let's go back.
Still examining the survivors of the damaged freighter. Looks like it goes by the name of the Ebon Hawk.
That's
Only
us.
one survivor, placed in the Colto tank for recovery. The carbon scoring on the vessel suggests it was in a battle, but no indication of who fired on it. Couldn't get much from the Nava computer. I'm surprised the ship was able to make it inside the Paragus asteroid field without the asteroid drift charts. Aside from the lone survivor, we recovered an old woman. No life signs. There was also a protocol droid and a utility droid on board. Sent both down to maintenance while security sorts through the other items on the ship. It looks like the utility droid, a T3 unit, was able to get the ship working enough to get to the colony. We're prepared to...
I don't remember a protocol droid. We just had the 2 utility droids, didn't we? Didn't we? But yeah. There was one. No, there were 2. Weren't there? There were 2 utility droids. So one's gone missing, and we've gained a protocol droid, apparently.
Could be a Jedi, but we won't know for sure until we get the transmission back from the Republic. If the survivor is a Jedi, that would account for the recovery rate. And I'm more concerned that a Jedi here may cause trouble. Some of the miners, especially Corta, are already another accident today. A detonation in the ventilation tunnels. If the lockdown measures hadn't activated, the whole facility would have been destroyed. Got most of the injured to the Colto tanks in time, but the rest had to go to the morgue. One of the wounded said a droid caused the accident, but we couldn't get any specifics. Miners about the Jedi. A number of the droids have been acting oddly, and not even memory wipes seem to be fixing the problem. There was a detonation in another one of the fuel vents the droids were working in. We deactivated several of them and moved them down to maintenance, but we're still treating the plasma burns. That cuts us down to almost half shifts, and with the droids malfunctioning, we may not make the Telos shipment for this month. Fortunately, the detonation didn't cause a lockdown.
Warning, there has been a fuel detonation in the mining tunnels. Emergency lockdown commencing. All personnel report to quarters and prepare for emergency venting countermeasures.
No! If the ventilation systems are malfunctioning, evacuate the medical bay. Everyone evacuate.
Oh dear. Right. Patient life signs. Deceased, recovered, deceased. Right. That doesn't sound great. Medical treatment. All subjects being treated for severe plasma burns. Last treatment request resulted in death for all subjects, except patient 3, who was reduced to minimal life signs. Check the last treatment. A lethal dose of sedatives was administered to all the tanks, including 3. There is no record of who ordered the treatment. And I don't have computer space, so I can't attempt to track the treatment request. So we should be dead. Okay. Medical bay functions. Unlock the storage room. The door to the morgue. Oh, unlock the door to the morgue. Maybe I should have looked at the camera first. Okay. Medical inventory. It looks as if a number of medical-based items can be manufactured using the medical workbench next to the terminal. Yes. Many med-based items are based on chemicals. It may be useful to take these chemicals to the medical workbench in the med bay and turn them into a med pack that you can use to heal lost vitality points. Another med pack, okay. Learn about creating items. A character can create certain items at a lab station using chemicals which can be found, purchased, or obtained by breaking down other items. Treat, injury, and demolitions play a role in... Demolitions? Alright. At a lab station, what would you like to learn more about? What types of items? Generally... Yes, I expect that a lab station in a medical bay would be able to make grenades, but... generally more complex or valuable items require a higher skill and more chemicals to create. What type of item do you like to talk about? Health-related. Health-related items include med packs and some implants. Creating these items depends upon your treat injury skill. Stimulants. Temporary boost, treat injury. Mines, it's going to be demolition. And you can use them with stealth. Grenades, demolitions. Okay. You can break down an item to acquire chemicals, which can then be used to create other different items. Use it to recycle items you don't want or need. How many chemicals you get from breaking down an item depends on the item's complexity and value, and your treat injury skill. So what can I do? So I can break down them, but I kind of want to use it. Oh, flip. But I kind of want to use those. And I can't make anything else because my treat injury is too low. And that would be almost all of them. And I've got enough med packs at the moment, especially with the fact I can just hop to the Colto. The Colto tank, if I need it. Ah, feels for me. I'm going to look at this one first. Oh, I'm just looting, am I? It's a zombie! Ah!
Find what you're looking for amongst the dead?
I heard your voice as I floated in the Colto tank.
Yes, I had hoped as much. I slept here too long and could not awaken. It may be I reached out unconsciously, and your mind must have been a willing one. Or perhaps you have been trained for such things.
So you can touch minds and feign death. Who are you?
I am Kreia, and I am your rescuer, as you are mine. Tell me, do you recall what happened?
The last thing I remember, I was on board a Republic ship, the Harbinger. What happened to it?
Your ship was attacked. You were the only survivor. A result of your Jedi training, no doubt.
Well, I'm no longer a member of the Order, apparently. How do you know I was a Jedi?
Your stance, your walk tells me you are a Jedi. Your walk is heavy. You carry something that weighs you down.
Yes, the Jedi Order and I have a ... troubled history.
So it would seem. Keep your past and let us focus on the now.
Alright, what's going on? How did we get here?
I do not know. I was removed from the events of the world as I slept. A survey of the surroundings may provide the answers we seek. The ship we arrived in, the Ebon Hawk, must still be in this place. We should recover it and leave.
Why? Care to explain why you're in such a hurry?
We were attacked once, and I fear our attackers will not give up the hunt so easily. Without transport, weapons, and information, they will find us easy prey indeed.
Okay, let's try and be persuasive. Are you sure there's nothing else you can tell me about this place?
Even as I slept, I felt much unrest here. I saw strange visions, minds colored with fear. Now, everything here feels terribly silent. A last word of caution. I would find out as much as you can about this place quickly. I fear we will need to depart as suddenly as we arrived.
Is there anything else I should keep an eye out for?
You may wish to extend your search to some clothes, if only for proper first impressions.
The patients in Medbay were killed by a lethal dose of sedatives. Any idea how it happened?
I do not know. Why did they spare you?
I got the same dose but survived.
Indeed, a Jedi trance could protect one from such poisons. In fact, the sedatives may have been intended to keep you unconscious for some time. It would prove lethal to those untrained in such techniques, however. Most curious.
You seem to know a lot about Jedi techniques.
And so do you. Perhaps we could discuss it at length later on. Now we have other concerns, among them finding our new enemy.
I'll return soon to make sure you're alright.
I leave you to the explorations of this place. Here I will remain and attempt to center myself.
You've taken your first steps on the path to the light side. Of course I have. Heroic... See, I told you I was ill. Heroic acts and charitable responses to others will elevate you further, bringing you more in touch with the light side of the Force and its higher mysteries. Cruel or selfish acts will reverse this, causing you to fall to the dark side. I mean, we haven't got any kind of clothes or anything, have we? Yeah. Because we need that to get through here, I think. Any door that can be bashed open can be cut through more easily with a lightsaber or a construction tool, such as plasma torch. To bash open this door, equip a plasma torch on the equip screen, then select bash on the first box when the door is selected. Can I unlock it with security?
Emergency lockdown is in effect.
Yeah, it just says you have to use the plasma torch.
Emergency lockdown overridden.
Normally a mining tool, a vibra cutter doubles as an effective melee weapon. Melee weapons give an attacker a large bonus to attack against enemies using ranged weapons. Equip the vibro cutter in your other weapon slot, then switch between it and the plasma door when you need to open a container or door. Yeah. And then some droid stuff. Can I go through here?
Emergency lockdown is in emergency lockdown is
we need to be opened manually. We are, okay, yeah. Left clicking the mouse activates the selected combat feat. Characters available combat feats appear in the first icon of the target menu. Taking a little tap, but we'll be alright, I think. Oh, it was just like breaking the music. I thought that was something. Oh, well. Oh, hello. Yeah. Slightly weird mining. Sort of slightly... Well, mining droids not doing the right thing. I assume shooting people is not what they're meant to be doing when they're mining lasers. There's not... No. Maybe there's a ways through. Broken droid. More droid thingies. Emergency hatch.
This is the exit, but it is sealed. Strange. In my visions, it was open. Greer? There's only silence. Try to find some way to open it. It is odd that this emergency hatch hasn't opened, considering the circumstances. There may be a way to open it if you could get to an access terminal. Right, very good. So we need to find an access terminal, which I think will be further on. Oh, what's... Oh, that's just the various bits and pieces, and this is... You found records showing that a lethal sedative, you received the same lethal dose. You should try to find out who administered the treatment and why they tried to kill you. Elderly woman named Kreia, who informed you she rescued you from the Harbinger, only survivor, and it had been attacked. You have no idea how you got off the Harbinger, however, nor how you got here. I need to find out what's going on then. Security tunneler.
components, chemicals, ion grenades. How exciting. I don't need to equip those, do I? No, I do not. Check security records. The safety hollow orientation.
Is this thing on? Alright, all hands, especially you, Corda, listen up, because I'm not gonna say this again. The next one of you Juma heads to try and smuggle a blaster, or so help me, any sort of military-grade frag weapons into my facility is gonna take a long walk out the airlock. Why? Because in case you forgot, Paragian fuel explodes at high temperatures. That's what blasted that chunk out of Paragus 2 and created this asteroid field. So if I catch any of you with anything other than sonic charges or mining lasers, I'll burn you and your contract. Security out.
He's very agitated by that, isn't he? Right, accident report.
And according to one of the miners, it was because one of the sonic charges went off prematurely. And like before, it was one set by a mining droid. The three idiots were grouped so close to the charge, it might as well have been a grenade going off. The blast turned their bones to dust.
Ouch.
The blast wrecked the internal components of the droid that set the charge, though, so we can't even dissect it to see what happened. I don't like what's going on here. Ever since that Jedi showed up, things are getting worse. It's not just Corda and his miners, or the fights, but now the droids are acting crazy.
Okay.
If we don't find what's causing this, or who, this facility's gonna be space dust by the time the next Telos freighter arrives.
Mining droid maintenance.
So, you're in maintenance. Then maybe you can tell me what's going on with these droids.
Sir, I don't know. It's like their behavior cores are undergoing binary decay, but I can't find the source. This shouldn't be happening.
Well, that's reassuring. It isn't happening. So the next time we nearly have a breach in the ventilation tunnels, I can just close my eyes and pretend it's my imagination. You better give me some answers. I want to know the damage these droids can do if they start mining us instead of asteroid rock.
Sir, these droids aren't combat models. Their mining lasers are weaker and less accurate than blasters. I doubt those droids could even hit one of us.
Are you blind? What about the miners in Medbay? It's sabotage, and it started right after the commander said we weren't going to sell the Jedi to the exchange. So I want you to find out how these droids are being sabotaged. That'll tell me who's trying to clear a path to get that Jedi off the facility, and stop him. In the meantime, make sure the security's armed with all the ion and sonic charges you can find. If those droids start coming after me, I'm gonna need more than low-grade mining lasers to take them down. Clear?
Yes, sir. Maintenance control out.
Idiot.
Okay, so he wants us to stay here, and whoever's doing this wants us gone. Administration console maintenance.
I installed an override switch to shut down any droids on this level, just in case someone locks me out of the administration console. As added insurance, I tied the override switch into the circuit to the holding cell door. It'll make sure it can only be opened if all droids in the level are shut down. I doubt Corda or any of his men have the skill to pull off something like this, but I'm not taking any chances while we're sitting in the middle of this asteroid minefield. Whoever's responsible won't be able to have the droids rescue him after I lock him up. Nothing will cut through that door. He'll be trapped.
Right, security storage room inventory.
I secured the stealth field generator inside one of the footlockers in the security storage room. If I have the specs right, the interface field should be effective against the droid's sensors. All I need to do is equip the belt, and some skill with stealth in order to use it. As long as I don't get too close to the droids, they shouldn't detect me. If any more droids start malfunctioning, the belt should buy me enough time to get to the override switch I set up in the communications blister console. I'd rather shut them down than destroy them. I want to find out how these droids are being sabotaged, maybe even turn them against whoever's sabotaging them.
Okay. Functions. Oh, camera controls. Right, main security office. Oh, that's me. I'm on TV. Woo! Oops. Security storage room. Okay, well we need to go in there for the stealth field generator. That's communications.